What's up, good people? David Taub here, coming to you from nextlevelguitar.com, and today I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about, I've been getting a ton of emails from the good people, that's you, wanting to know a little bit more about palm muting, and how to play it in certain styles. So I thought I would kind of do it in the vein of like a Green Day, or basically many punk bands that do this. And palm muting is something that can be used in all genres of music, whether it be metal or soloing or blues or whatever. You can be muting the strings. Most of the questions, though, are coming in about how to get that kind of like that kind of sound like in the beginning piece I was playing in this lesson. And lots of punk bands do that, and Green Day certainly does it a lot, amongst many others. And the thing about punk music that really gets me going is, at least to me, you know, is it seems like it's about attitude. I mean, punk music has always been, to me, when you hear that, it's like, man, they are making a statement. They have attitude and feeling in their music. And if you know me, that's what music is all about to me, about emotion and getting that emotion across. And punk just has attitude written all over it, you know. I mean, listen to any of the Sex Pistols stuff. I mean, Jesus, just laden with it. And even Green Day, you know, that attitude and sometimes that pissed off, you know, I suck and you suck kind of take on things, and amongst many others. And but if you're gonna play punk, you gotta be playing it with attitude, you know. The thing about palm muting that you want to remember, as far as if you want to play it with chords. Now, I was just playing in the beginning there. I was playing power chords. I was playing a C. I was playing then to a G, then to an F power chord, back to the G, and then a C. Basically off the 1, 4, 5, C, F, and G. Do that in any key. If you want to play any kind of piece in practices, just take the 1 chord, the 4, and the 5 in any key, and you could play it. Like in A, I was going to play the A, the D, and the E. You could do A, D, E, back to the D, A, into the 5 chord for the turnaround, if you want to. You don't have to, but not that all punk is reduced to 1, 4, 5, because it's not. Some of it is pretty complex, but I just want to give you the basics here so you can practice your palm muting if you don't know how to do that. It's all about the right hand technique and the rhythm that you're getting. And notice you could palm mute the whole chord. And when I do this, it's a lot of downstrokes, and you want to get really good at that. And if you're looking for fast down pickers, just listen to any Metallica, James Hetfield. I mean, he's got to be one of all his really fast stuff. He uses down picks, at least that's what I've read. All down picks and fast. So you want to get used to this. And then what I'm doing too is I'm not striking all notes of the C chord or whatever chord all the time. That would sound like this. So you don't really get a rhythm like that. The thing about music, obviously, you can't just play on every beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and more and 3 and 2 and 3 and more and 2 and 3. I mean, play like the same thing on every beat. It might get a little monotonous sounding. So what you want to do is like for instance, for the beginning piece, I was kind of doing the 3 notes in the chord. So I'm hitting the D. I'm sorry, I'm hitting the A string, the D, and the G string. But I'm only hitting them down, all 3. I hit them once, and then I just play the C note, just the 1 note. So it's kind of like I'm going back and forth. What I'm going to do is I'll wheel in close now, and I'll show you a close-up of this. Because a lot of the palm muting too, it's all in the right hand. You got to lay this, or if you're lefty, your left hand, your pick hand, right on the strings. Now, if you want to study string muting, how you're muting out all the strings, which you really want to eventually get to the point that you can do, go to our website. We have a full-on lesson on how you can mute strings with, I use right and left hands to mute strings together, because I'm a big believer in you got to mute out every note you're not playing if you want to play clean. Okay? So let me show you this up close. Remember, the palm, that's where it gets its name, because you're laying the palm, or this part of your fret hand, right on the strings. And you get that muted sound. And you can experiment as far as where on your guitar it sounds the best, you know, whether it be over a pickup. See, it'll change as you bring your hand back and forth. I like to lay my hand, I stay consistent right on top of the bridge, right over the pickups, almost on this straight kind of angle, not like this. I'm here. Because you see that I could just change to picking real quick, because I don't have to. A lot of people change their positions up with their right hand. I don't do that. I try to keep it consistent. Okay, so here we are in close. Okay, tight shot on the guitar, and I want to show you a couple things up close. The first thing is my pick hand. When I'm palm muting, I'm laying it right on the strings, right either on, I'm not on the bridge, I'm actually on the strings. And I'm laying my hand, I'll give you a couple different angles. So my palm, kind of the flat side, is resting right on the strings, this part of my palm, okay? And that allows me to mute all the strings. So here you see a shot of that. Let me give you a shot this way. You see that palm is laying right on the strings. See? So it kills all the noise. I'm not even holding a chord right now. I just want you to see this position. Okay? Try not to get too far up or too far back. You know, probably right in the middle, maybe a little bit toward the back. And get that palm right on the strings. Just lie it flat. Right there. Okay? That's the first thing I wanted to show you. Get it right down. Now the next thing I wanted to show you is you're going to have to, what sounds really good when you're palm muting is come up with a rhythm. You see I'm hitting all three strings, then I'm just hitting the low root note. Not that you have to do that every time. And I'm doing all this while my palm is laying on the string. So you get this. So you get whole chord, root, root, whole chord. And then work up the speed. And then you can change it to the next chord. I'm just going from that C to the G. And you don't have to play that rhythm. You could do, you know, a myriad of different rhythms. But the main thing is try to come up with a mixture of it instead of just doing, now I'm hitting all three all the time. And you could do that, but you want to mix it up. Again, accuracy. Start slow. And then the other thing you could do is sometimes I let off and I play the actual chord. So I might be mute, mute, whole chord. See, I'm not muting. So I let the chord kind of breathe through the muting. And you can experiment with all these to get some really cool sounds. And then in the opening piece, like I was letting up after a while and I was letting the whole chord ring out. See, I'm going from muting to muting sometimes to letting the whole chord ring off. And that's what you kind of want to do, is you kind of want to make a myriad of those to create rhythm and interest. But get that right hand or left hand, depending on, you know, get your pick hand down right on and mute those notes out, and you get that cool sound. Whether you're playing single notes or you could do like a gallop. A lot of metal bands do, where again I'm muting. There I'm doing like on the one root. I'm just alternate picking that C note and then hitting the whole chord. And again, you want to kind of mix these all together. Okay? And on the left hand, or on the fret hand, what you want to keep in mind too is, see See, I'm kind of coming off and on pressure to control the chord. So you kind of use both hands for really good palm muting. See, so if I want the chord to ring out, I'm going to press down. But otherwise I'm coming off. It's kind of a lot like chucking with bar chords like we've talked about before. You can do the same thing with muting. You know, mute, on, mute, on, mute, on. Just let go pressure to mute. Okay, so I'll give you a close-up of that as I play. I'll play slow that little intro piece I did. C to the F, G, F, back to G. So the palm muting is you kind of get both of those hands working together. I'm kind of lifting my hand up a lot just to accentuate the movement so you could see that. But work on that down picking and getting that fast. And then, you know, just take any one. Again, here I'm going. You can even let some of the notes ring out. Into a whole strum. Maybe what you want to do if you're writing a song, you do it more muted during the verses. And this is where the singer would be singing a little quieter because you want to have dynamic control. Well, you know, you can really dig in. And then in the chorus, maybe let it all out. Let it ring. Whatever the chords are. But just take a couple of chords or a couple power chords like I showed you and just start practicing with that right hand, fret hand muting, and with the left hand off and on pressure. And remember, hit the chord, then hit the root note a couple times, then chord, and think of it almost like a strum, the right hand rhythm. You know, and do it slow at first in time. Put a metronome on. That's all down pick too. I'm not alternate picking that. You could, but I like it sounds a little heavier down picked. Now that time there's another different rhythm. I'm just staying on the root note, or in this instance I'm playing a D note on a D power chord. So you want to get good at that kind of. All down, and then throw in the whole chord. All controlled with that left hand. Okay? So, go to our website. You want to learn more about this and many other topics. I'm David Taub. NextLevelGuitar.com is the place to be. Thank you so much for your support. And keep the emails coming, and we are going to keep rocking on. We will see you in the next lesson. Take care, and God bless.